Finland has many faces, as all the cities have their own personas that has been ingrained into them throughout centuries. Although there are many model cities in Finland that look exactly the same, built in the 70s, 80s. And the funny thing is, when you go to a supermarket in south of Finland and 1,000 kilometers into the north in Lapland, the food stuff will be the same. So in a way, it's a really homogeneous society. So this is a true fairy tale house with granite footings and intricate woodwork. Just a beautiful city house that is left from the old town of Tavastehus, or so-called Hämeenlinna. Here you can see also some wooden houses, but here is the brickwork from the 70s, 80s. I do not know exactly the dates of those houses, but I really love the red brick. Sadly, it's made with a cement mortar because there is not so much limestone in Finland. But look at the yellow brick. There is a lot of sand deposited in the ground. And Finns are obsessed with Teslas. There are a lot of Teslas, but sadly in the winter, when it's -10, -15, they do not always ignite and work. So in my opinion, electric cars are not for the north. We still have to use petrol or invent better technology. For example, hydrogen cars. So this house is an example of the welfare society of the Scandinavia in the 70s, 80s, 90s, of Finland, Sweden, and also that apartment block. It just conveys this feeling of safety and belonging to your group, to your society. This house looks like a dystopian prison, sadly, or a factory house where you are condemned to work for all of your life. But this apartment block is quite beautiful instead of the other one. There is some imagination. You look at the balconies. You just look at those balconies and you desire to come to have a coffee or a cigarette on the balcony. Here you can see some strange graffiti, some funny faces. I just do not understand the contemporary architecture when you can make such intricate detailed houses. So there are a lot of minerals in the ground of Finland, a lot of stone, the granite stone that was brought here with the Ice Age, and also a lot of clay. There are a lot of clay brick makers around Finland, making red and yellow clay tiles, sometimes also blue, but that's not so common. I have found so many clay deposits while digging around the lakes. Here you can see some stores on the high street, here next to the main square of the city. So it's quite busy, but not that busy as in China. Here are the remnants of a day's fair, as local grocery sellers, the merchants, gather here and sell their stuff. Also, there are some grills and you can always buy some ice cream in Finland. And this is the main churches of Hämeenlinna. Look at this beautiful building in the center, but can you see what a disgusting thing has been built next to it? This is the problem with the modern society, that we have remnants of the old civilization that made beautiful architecture, beautiful buildings, and then came the wave of modernism, people inspired by Le Corbusier, and started making awful buildings. I cannot understand why they wanted to make it. Oh, it doesn't cost that much, it's cheap to build, but there is no poetry woven into the bricks or into the concrete, unless a designer decides to create something beautiful. I must say that old churches are the epicenter of beauty and fascination. But there is a problem with churches, that people casual people like me or you, we are not allowed to visit them and do stuff that we like to do over there. We must follow the strict isolating codex of the priests. I'm not against priests, but I am against the church doctrine that is isolating people from the divine hierarchy. And here is a tombstone shop. You can shop your tombstone over. And this is the most romantic house in the whole city. It's a restaurant over there. You can see how glorious this whole complex is, and it's next to those modern buildings. So I'm really sorry about this beautiful haven, this oasis in the city. And you can see there's a thing flying in the roof. Do they have a roof garden there? Some strawberries, maybe a miniature cherry tree. So it has been built 1906 by August Skogster. And here you can see another modernist building next to this beautiful complex of secret houses. Here you can see the degeneration of architecture and culture, as the first picture is 1911 and the second is 2007. But the house is still standing. They are quite powerful and magnificent representations of the past. Let me look around. This is the Sibeliuksen puisto, the park of Sibelius, the famous composer from Finland. This is a beautiful composition over there. You can see the church house. I would build myself that kind of a house and invite a lot of people to commune with the gods in the sky or in the earth. This is something contemporary and stylish. Very beautiful and calming courtyard with those beautiful houses and towers. So this town used to be the most important city in Finland apart from Turku, as they built the first great road in Finland between Hämeenlinna and Turku. But if you believe in alternative history, then this was a ruling center for the kings of Finland that ruled the north and the south and even the Great Britain. But that's alternative history that most people cannot believe in. So this is one of the most beautiful places over here. It's a watchtower, or actually a monumental tower. You can see a lot of places. I come here often to feel, to sense the bear energy. The ancient bears who roam those woodlands. They have been anchored to this tower. They have been anchored to this might of the land, the granite stone, the ground rock that we are standing upon. It gives this strength and courage, and to sense those acts of glorious men from the past who carved those buildings out of stone. They used their own strong hands to shape them, to put them on their places. And we, next generations, that they never hoped to see, come here to experience this beauty. So this is Stairway to Heaven. It is built 120 years ago. There is some 906. That is strange. Climbing up such towers is my favorite pastime. And this stone circle, the creator of this place, the founder, he created this for the upcoming generations, that they could benefit from this beauty that he envisioned in his mind's eye. So here we are and enjoying it. The tower. This is a stairway to heaven. A lot of people coming here. You can see the sky. Sometimes I sense that I have this fetish for towers, because all the watchtowers and lighthouses, they just call, they draw me in, and then there I am again, climbing the stairs and heading up to the north. look up to the northern star to touch the sky. And the view of Finland is quite like this. Finland is a land of lakes and forests. Enjoying the views is one of things that I can shift the perspective that I'm looking on this very moment in my life, and I can see the broader information, the broader picture. And just enjoying the Finnish nature is always one of the best things that you can do. It's such a beautiful country, the lakes, the forests, it's all there. And here you can stalk people down there, you can stalk wild animals, you can stalk fish, you can stalk summer houses. So this is a secret pathway that goes next to the hill, and here you can see the murals of men fighting the great bear and the hounds attacking it. This is a Kalevala style painting as named after the epos of Finns. So these stairs will take us to the footings of the hill, where we shall see the magnificent statue of a bear who is there guarding the mountain, guarding the spiritual treasure of this place. These places are always greater than just the material wealth or value that has been created, but they help us connect with this ancient belonging, a sense of purpose, and the spirit that lies within the rock spirit. That's why I love exploring the Finnish nature, as here I can find calmness and I can find strength and hope. It's always nice to look at trees when you are standing at the same height with them. It just gives this different sense of perspective about the things of the world, about the things of the nature. The stairs, it's like the tales of Tolkien from The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings, when they entered the mines of Moria, working with granite and with strong stones and base rock. It just reminds me of the dwarves, like the Gimli or Gloin, Balin and Durin and Thorin, the famous dwarves from the days of Tolkien. Imagine having a supper over here by the stone table, eating the stony foods that you have gathered in the wilderness. It's just magnificent. Now we are going to have a close encounter with the spirit of the mountain, who has been awaiting for us for a long time. And here you can see, and someone has left their hat over there. Is it funny or no? The great mother bear and the father bear as well, with their family. When you come to this cave, you can ground yourself, you can connect with this ancient essence of the stone. I feel that this is a good moment to end this video, so hopefully you liked. Please subscribe and see you soon again. And we are whispering to the stones.